Tea time. Here's the drill. Crouch and out. Exciting day.
Super exciting day.
We are going to put a deck on this part of the house by the Hobbit Door. And we're going to cover it with a little roof. And it's going to be freestanding, so it's not actually going to be attached to the house. But it is going to give us a nice covered entrance so that we can start to park.
Yeah.
We can start to park on this side here instead of parking in the front of the house over there, which is going to be much better.
And so on the other side of this Hobbit Door will be the mudroom, which is right now the temporary kitchen. But once the kitchen gets done and that moves into the kitchen, then we can finish the mudroom space in there. So that's where we're going to take off all of our shoes and coats and hats and boots and skis and stuff and leave them in that section so they don't have to like roam free through the house. So super excited about this. There was a deck here originally for those who've been following us for a while and have seen like the old photos. It was hideous and like the same blue as these stairs, and it was a really weird shape. So that, I mean, it's going to be much more small. Like it's going to be smaller and nicer and just it fits in with the house more. And again, like not attached to the house so it won't ruin any of the logs.
With Jesse and Jared of True Craftt, and we got so much done that first day. It was pretty crazy. I think it's pretty awesome progress.
Yeah.
So what are we up to today?
Should be wrapping it up, get the roof on and get the railing done, build a stairway for the front, and wrap all these posts so they look a little more rustic.
Nice.
So.
Nice. decided to do was to take off the bottom part of the battens so that we can get the flashing on and get it more watertight with a little less caulk. The hard part is getting the cut blacksmith nails out of there. That's a challenge.
This is so exciting. We've been talking about this entryway for the Hobbit Door ever since we really found the Hobbit Door, so a long time. But I think it's really challenging because the windows are a certain placement and those are new, and so those are placed like really nicely on the upper part of the house, but the Hobbit Door itself is not centered on those windows. It's actually not centered on the wall. So that's a challenge. So we wanted to really center the roof with the windows, and then the crawl space access point is not centered on the house. It's centered on the stone on the bottom. So that's not even either. So we've got like a lot of uneven things going on all at the same time. But I think that this makes sense with regards to what we have, what we're working with, right? So we made sure that it was like really small, so the options where we could like extend the roof, you know, further out the size of the house. We didn't think that was going to work. So I think that the size of the roof has really worked out. And then also the depth of the deck. And again, for those who are here at the very beginning, that deck was like huge. It was much bigger than the deck that we've put on now. And this deck just fits perfectly into the size of the addition. And it doesn't stick out farther than that. It doesn't stick out farther than the cabin. So I think it's, again, more discreet, blends in a little bit better. So that's going to be nice when this job is done, which might be today, because they work a lot faster than we do.
But also, I mean, I think a lot of the conversation started around the idea of like, man, I wish we could shield the logs a little bit. And this is definitely going to do that. I think that's going to be really good.
Yeah, this side of the house takes a brunt of like the wind, like the mountain's right here, so the wind is coming over the mountain, and it really gets this driving rain that comes directly at the logs. And I think it just changes, like depending on the season. We really get that like when the weather starts turning colder. But anything to shelter the logs is really going to be better. Also, I mean, we could have just built a deck and not had a roof. And then, you know, we're trying to go in and out of the door and then it's raining on you, and that's not really nice. So, I mean, this adds a little bit more protection for the logs and then a little more protection for ourselves when we're going inside and out that door, because that's really going to be our main door once we finish the kitchen and the kitchen moves over to the kitchen, and then we can use that access point as the mudroom. So really looking forward to that. done. And that took like no time at all. It actually took 2 days worth of work, less than 16 hours, I think, which is amazing. Ta-da! So we went with the same metal roof as we have on the rest of the cabin. This is Marco Metals. It's a local Virginia company. Really great company, really great stuff. We've been happy with it. We've had this other roof for 2 years and it's been great, so we just matched it to this roof here. And then we made the roof just kind of line up with the windows. It's a lot smaller, and we've already had a little bit of rain and it's kept the logs nice and dry. Another thing is that we're trying to decide whether to still use that door over there. This house has a lot of doors, with the back door, the front door, this side entrance, and then also this weird other side door. That's 4 doors. We weren't sure that we needed that, but we're gonna keep it and probably replace it with something with a window so we get more light in that side of the cabin. So we created the porch to go to both doors so we can access both of them, which is great. I think it worked out. Also, we tried to make the porch like really small. So again, we're not trying to overshadow the cabin. We're just trying to squish something in here so we can access it from the driveway where we're standing now. So soon we'll have a driveway. Come on. We have pressure treated lumber under here, but we basically clad it in pine. And this pine is like the same as this trim around this door, so it's gonna end up being this gray color. Everything smells really good right now. It smells like pine. So it's gonna end up wearing to this gray color, so everything's gonna match. We were able to, thankfully, reuse some of the wood from our massive wood pile. So all of the wood on the floor, and then on the staircase, is from that massive wood pile out there. But we did use some of the lumber there, so we were able to reuse it, which is great because that matches the same decking that we have on the current front porch. And then we put some boards up here because the bottom of the metal roofing is white. So again, this is the same as matches the other old porch. That porch roof is original. It's a lot more worn looking, but at least like now we have wood again up here. So exposed wood, exposed beams, same as we have on the other porch. So, just great. It's not very big, but it's great.
All right, guys, that's it for this week. It was kind of nice to be the person behind the camera exclusively and just watching and learning. That was a lot of fun. But thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next week.